Hello and welcome everybody out there in D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic time today. Now, before we jump into the action, if you do enjoy this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help us out tremendously, and it allows us to continue to grow, to continue to put out content like this so other people can enjoy it, and to ensure that everybody gets to get a little piece of the action. In addition to that, if you want to be a part of the game itself or any of our games, we do have open slots available. Not in this game in particular, but in many of the other ones. And as a little bonus, it all happens inside of the same living universe. So if you are interested, all you have to do is reach out and let me know. You can join our Patreon if you want to just support our community a little bit better. Links down in the description below. But aside from that, how about we jump into the game? Hello, players.
Hello.
Hello.
So, Rorik, tell us what happened last session.
Dang it. Okay, there we go. Last time on Mingled Dreams. The party were at the base of the big world tree, like discovering something. It was that the orb that was there, that was found by Creeve's earth elemental, Steve, was actually a seed for the tree. The party debated whether to remove the seed or not, but we learned that it would take if the seed was removed, it would basically screw over a lot of magical power in Exandria, as there'd be a huge vacuum of it. Likewise, we also discovered that if we spent a year cleansing the poison from the tree, it could heal. That being said, the party overall decided that it was best to let the tree stay as it is for now until they can bring in an expert or find a way to heal it themselves. Thankfully, Steve made a very selfless sacrifice by distracting the beings of the city while the party escaped. The party met up with Captain Seashore, and then they began their journey back to Charas. Sorry, I actually hit a button. After a while, on their journey on the boat back to Charas with their new companions and passengers, I'm trying to remember their names now. Sorry.
Lindeen.
Lindeen, something with a G.
Ikdig.
Ikdig and Gallo. Ikdig and Gallo. They continued their way, and Araidi could not sleep at night because in his head he heard the whispers or rumblings of the dragon turtle, giving him a warning like he was in the ring, except only 5 days. Likewise, Kale also attempted to play a prank on Creeve, showing that mischievous humor that he hides under his dark, edgelord-like appearance. Whereas Creeve decided to try to get him back in the most simple way possible, by summoning a succubus to torment him somehow, and giving her a mortal contract for a year on the mortal plane. Afterwards, towards the end of the session, Rurik and Kale had a heart-to-heart conversation with one another, expressing their own points of view and what they hope to accomplish, as well as their trust in one another. And that was where we left off, if I recall correctly. Right? Am I forgetting something?
Wasn't sure if we left off with that. Well, you guys already had the conversation.
Oh, we had it last time. End of last time.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, wait, didn't they already do that? Shit, I didn't count for that. It was like, yeah, you guys already did that. Good. Okay, I'm not that crazy. But anyways, you all have a conversation along your way down to Shares. And yes, I am skipping over the bulk of the role-playing aspect, or else downtime will take us 3 to 4 sessions with this group. So, you have a conversation, and you all agree that you could head over towards Zarzath Kittrell. They are a good, strong ally to your party. Somebody mute, please. I hear a whole lot of clicking and clacking. But anyways, you agree that they are good, strong allies to have at your disposal. And they're good folk as well. I mean, you guys like Rabbi. He was a good guy. And you might as well go down there to try to help them and help Arite out. So, you spend exactly 1 night in Shares. Is there anything you all wish to do for 1 night, not day, night in Shares?
Do we want to take the time to do the augments that we had, a bunch of augments we have to do, or
That you could easily do in 1 night.
because I prefer to do it before the downtime because it will turn bad in the bag of coding if we do it after.
You guys can do that during 1 night, but you need Ayn or Makit to do it. Which one of y'all are doing it?
I'll be doing it.
Very well. So, what creature, what augment? Or what gem?
I'll let you say that, Cal. I've got nothing no end off right now.
Well, the question is like, so we have an armored Cerberus, a kuato archpriest, and a bear. So we have.
I could barely understand half the words you just tried to say. Please copy and paste it into chat. I'm sorry. Your accent doesn't do well with fantasy words translated to English. Okay, there we go. The armored Cerberus, the Kuatoa archpriest, and the Behir.
And we have those stones. I would say, if we want something fire-oriented, we could mix the Cerberus with the Ruby. And the Behir, it will be probably lightning-oriented, while the Archpriest will be like frost or sea or water or whatsoever. So that's it. I also had a question for you, Mikwi. Do you know how to cast spell haste?
Nope.
No. Okay. And Gerald, this is a question for you then. Knowing the spell is needed for the spell casting augment that is one of. Okay.
You need the spell. Someone in the proximity needs the spell to be able to put it into the augment. And the spell has to be a casting time of 1 action to go into the augment. I know haste is an action, but that's just so people don't try to do contingency. Yay! Like, no, it's an action.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Behir is CR 11, because that one wasn't labeled down. The Cerberus is CR 12. So both the Cerberus and the Behir are capable of making rare quality augments, and you do have gemstones that can be rare. The Kuatoa can only make uncommon.
Yes.
So.
Crap. So, proposal 1, we can go with, if we want something very fire, we can go Ruby and Armor Cerberus. The Ruby is technically a very rare level of gem. So if we want to hold on to it, we can. The bloodstone is also a 3rd level. The opal is a 2nd level. And the onyx is a 4th level. So basically, everything can do at least a rare augment, except and except the one we would use with kuato. But we know that we can reuse the gem at some point, so it's not a loss.
Well,
I
like
see
What do you guys think?
like I said earlier, I don't particularly run any augments right now. We can just roll randomly.
Yeah. I say we use the ruby on for the armored Cerberus thing.
Mhm.
To probably get some good fire augment, maybe. But is it can roll fire and physical? Is that it?
The
The-
ruby, great. Are you talking about the ruby or the Cerberus?
Well, both basically.
Okay. The ruby itself, and for anybody watching, we are using an augmentation magical system, which makes magical items much more interesting, unique, and that way your characters can be built more uniquely. It's still in development. Favors fire and lightning. Ruby favors fire and lightning. It doesn't foil anything. The Cerberus favors fire and banes. Oh wait, it favors fire and protection.
That's the Cerberus.
Yep.
Here, I posted
And
it
what's
here.
the Bahia?
The Bahir favors lightning and foils protection. So you will not roll
Okay.
protection with a Bahir,
Okay.
and it will fill those gaps with the lightning options within its rarity range. The Cerberus, if you take out anything based off of the gem, then it will fill it with fire and protection within those areas. The Kuatoa foils physical, which means you will not roll physical. However, it favors cold and magic. So it fills that up with cold and magic.
Okay, so Cerberus and Ruby to try and make something fire. The other two we just run randomly. See what we make.
Actually, because Ruby also favor lightning, we can go with Bahir and Ruby, and this will make sure that because everything that is protection will be taken out, we make sure that we have something that is lightning and offense oriented. So we have a more precise shot if we take Ruby and Bahir than if we take Cerberus and Ruby.
So you might want to also look at the rare table to see what lightning you would be looking for, because rare lightning table has a lot of protection on it. The rare table greater is almost all protection.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And those are like armor gains resistances. Which is really fucking good,
That's
obviously.
right.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
resistances aren't bad unless you've picked
Yeah.
poison, because no one uses poison nowadays.
I mean,
So the only one it would actually favor on the rare table would be twisting, the elemental one.
We
Because it is
changed
all
something.
elements. That way it can roll lightning. It's considered lightning in that calculation.
Okay, so if all right, you guys are right. We should maybe aim for Ruby. Oh, and actually the other gems while we're on it, because other gems do fucking
Cool things as well.
cool things as well and are a higher level. So if we have something that favors protection in the other gem, we could target protection with a Ruby. With the do we have
Cerberus.
something that the Cerberus. Do we have something that favor lightning cold?
There's physical, there's magic, fire, lightning.
There's no gem that
Simple
favor
modifier.
protection.
Wait, agate. Agate does protection. Simple modifiers
Okay.
for AC enhancements. That's supposed to be protection.
Okay. But we don't have a negate.
Correct.
All right.
If y'all want to get really lucky and ask around town, it is in the evening. Maybe there's an agate here. It's going to be roll based though. Pure roll, not persuasion.
I will take that chance.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So Old Man Rorik's going to walk around town asking for a 500 GP agate. Is that correct? Also, keep in mind, if any of you have the +1 AC augments, that's an agate. If it's a 500 GP one, you could re-roll it. Just lose that one protection and get a different one, potentially. 5. No, nobody has an agate in town.
All right, let's roll for the ruby then. Let's not lose any more time and roll for the ruby, and I hope for a.
All right. So we're doing
protection.
We're doing Cerberus Ruby.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Very well. With the Cerberus, it favors fire and protection. With the Ruby, it favors fire and lightning. So because you're so hyper-focused on fire, we now no longer roll within the uncommon table. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
I'll roll. All right.
All right, so 8. Okay. You have developed a trinket or focus gains tool bag.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
At the time you craft this augment, it gains affinity for a tool you or a willing creature within 50 feet are proficient in.
God damn it.
You
Can
know
we
what?
just
I'm gonna be
remove that
merciful.
thing?
I'm gonna be merciful. I'll allow you guys to re-roll. I'm sorry. I'll be a little merciful. That's just you roll this time. And no, I'm not removing it because tool bag is really fucking good. But I'll be merciful.
Just a bit underwhelming.
It should be under 1, not under the 8.
Just if we have it though, then someone else can also brew tea like Rurik.
Or one of the 5 of you that are looking for a tool proficiency could just quickly yell out, "Who's a leather worker?" And just, hey! Oh my god. Okay, 10. Blindness, deafness spell. You can cast this spell once per long rest. The DC on it is 15. You do not have to be a spellcaster to utilize it. It has to go into not armor, not shield.
I feel like that was like going at me there.
No, that's just where it is. The blindness, deafness one has to be into a more aggressive object. So if you can put it in a weapon, you can put it in a trinket, you can put it in a spell focus.
Yeah.
You can't put it in armor, shield, or boots.
I'm just messing.
Actually, no, I'll allow boots. That's kind of flavorful. You kick the dirt and
You kick them so hard in the nuts that they go deaf.
Yeah. All right, so somebody write it down that you have a 4,000 GP ruby that currently has blindness, deafness augment on it.
I do.
DC 15. Alrighty, so we're down the ruby and we're down the Cerberus. What are we rolling next?
Don't think. Was there anything? Yeah, we wanted to use the kuato.
Sure.
It's an augment, like we can just put it somewhere and just roll for it.
Alright. Well, let's put the kuato on the bloodstone then.
On the bloodstone, so it cannot roll protection and it favors necrotic, as well as favors cold and magic. So that means magical necrotic will be the highest roll that you can possibly get for this. And it's the 24. Keep the value in mind because that's a very rare gem for the bloodstone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, keep that in mind. I mean, you can do it now and just re-roll it later on. It's kind of like you're not losing the value, it's just you're getting something lesser now when you can have it be better later on. Roll me a d20. Somebody else. The static DC is 15. 8. God damn, y'all like rolling 8s.
8, 10, 8.
Yeah, right?
At least it's not a tool
Alrighty.
bank this time.
It cannot roll physical, correct? Bloodstone? Protection, sorry. All right.
Let me see. Yeah, cannot roll protection and favors necrotic.
Favors necrotic, which would push lifesteal. Wait, no. Lifesteal would move upwards, not downwards. Which means, yeah, it would be releasing.
Yeah, it's not
1d4 thunder damage.
Hey, that means if we give it to a rider, he can, like, as a fighter, he can release all over the enemies.
Eh? Don't you already have a thunder one, Arite?
I have an acid one.
An acid one. Okay, yeah. So yeah, now you have a releasing augment, which is 1d4 thunder damage. Be sure to write down the value of the gem, because that gem is way more valuable than what you got in there right now.
I'm editing the party book. Don't touch it.
Very good. So now we have the Behir. It will not roll protection, and it will fill all of the protection with lightning. What gem do you want to utilize? What gem do y'all want to utilize? We have an opal and an onyx.
Might as well just use the opal.
Keep in mind that the onyx we have is up to legendary level. It's it's a fourth level.
Yep.
Yeah, I
and
vote opal.
Yeah. All right. It cannot roll elemental modifiers.
Which is kind of bad because Kuato favors the cold.
Well, we're doing the Behir now.
Oh, my bad.
You guys just did the Kuato, yeah. And the Behir also favors lightning, but it foils protection, which means you guarantee you will not get protection. Not protection. Yeah. You will not get protection. You will not get elemental. So look on the rare table to see if that is something you might want to do. Any of them that are not labeled as either of those are the only things you'll be able to roll if you do that.
So we can have returning, slaying, magic destruction. We can't have seeking. Seeking right now. Twisting we can't. Skills maybe, but not favored. Tool bag, obviously, as we can have every single time. We can have magic vibration because it's psychic.
Yep.
And we can not have everything that is higher level. So all the resistance we can have because it's force protection. We could have ensnaring, and we could have speed.
Fear. Fear you can also get. That's psychic.
Okay, fear and speed. Yeah, that's what we can get.
So some of those are pretty good, but like that would be you focusing to try to get those. However, if you are interested in getting one of the protection ones over that, you probably want to use a different gem. But keep in mind, this is going to be a gem that you probably, well, because the other gem you have, you want to use later on for something better. Yeah. So it's up to y'all.
Don't worry, I got my finger on the dice roller, ready to go.
It's somebody else's turn. Arite is going to roll it this time. What'd you say?
I'm voting for the opal.
For the opal?
Oh, God, okay.
What's everybody else say? It's a party choice.
I'm fine with it.
Fine
Opal.
with me.
Very well.
Yeah, I vote opal as well. I like how he tastes.
You got this already. No
You
pressure.
guys are gonna regret this. I'm gonna roll the worst thing on the chart.
And that which means you're gonna roll.
I mean, yeah, as long as you're not tool bag.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Seeking. Seeking is good. Seeking's good.
Yeah, that's okay.
Seeking is good. You can activate this augment and declare a creature type of your choice. You know the location of each creature of the chosen type within 60 feet of you. Instead, you can specify a specific creature. They are under the effects of the locate creature spell for the next hour. You can use this ability once per long rest. Locate creature is a good spell when you need it. And just being like, I don't know if these guys are legit. Fiends? Yup, all fiends.
Too bad there's no locate city.
Yeah, right.
Hey, wizards can probably make something like that.
What, a city? Yeah. So yeah.
Why locate a city when you can build one?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the rolls were not fantastic, but you did get at least useful things out of them.
Better than tool bag.
I disagree. I love Toolbag personally. I mean, let's just look at the downtime chart, everybody. How many people want to learn a tool proficiency? Makit, Kyle, Arite. All three want to learn a tool.
It's good. It's good. It would be good if we could target what we wanted.
I mean,
Like
personally,
getting a tool that nobody will ever use is less good.
You're in
Right.
Shar-S right now, buddy. Everyone here knows how to do things.
yeah. I mean, personally, I was hoping someone would take up cobbler's tools so we can quickly hasten our travel.
Hey, I
can-
see what you
yeah.
did there.
We can travel faster with it.
Bad, Ein. Bad.
I mean, but seriously, though, mechanically wise, it allows better marching speed.
Oh, yeah. But, you know.
Yeah.
So, that is all of the augments we currently have achieved. Congratulations, everybody. That was your evening well spent. If any of you want to go over the logistics of who gets what in where, type it out in chat. Don't talk while we're doing downtime stuff. You can do that while we're doing this as well, okay? So, you all begin traveling down to Zarzath Kittrell. Kyle, this is going to be 3 weeks worth of research. I need you to give me an intelligence check.
So it's natural 20.
But what's the number? The number
23.
is what matters. Okay. Now keep in mind, this book has a lot of interesting things in it. And tell me again which one it is again, because you have like 3 books you could read.
Ending the fight. So the journal, like the book with the magic circle in it. Did I finish to read it or not?
No, you were working on deciphering it, which takes way longer. The book was made to be not impossible, but incredibly difficult to ever decipher.
This is the one
So-
that I'm reading.
All right, so the one that had the magical teleportation circle in it?
Yeah.
Okay. As you continue reading through this book, remind me what you made it up to previously, what I told you?
A lot. It was a natural 20 also with investigation, so it was a
That
20.
Doesn't answer what I asked.
31. I found basically a story about going to Encounter's Rest, finding a lad speaking in her head that was apparently a true king. I found a magic circle in it. I found mention of the law of death. Everything she learned everything about the law of death. She learned some stuff about Vecna,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm taking that like backward. And she worked with the Cobalt Soul. She went on the Eyes of the Lake when she learned how to manipulate laws, including death. She found a map in Encanta's Rest. and she went back to the Empire, make new friend, exchange artifact, and was banished.
Okay. So that's what you made it up to. In the Empire, word was going around that she was creating a network for other individuals like herself into Xhorhas, mostly so that she could utilize them as either scapegoats or assets to what she was aspiring towards and trying to achieve. Now, the location of all of her networking that she managed to send everything towards was a place over in the Blight Shore that is called New Haxon. And you discern its location through the book as well. All of you are on the Xhorhas map, right? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Over here.
So it's the headquarters, right? Basically.
She created a headquarters of like-minded individuals to herself. Individuals that she could easily manipulate and utilize as useful tools for Vecna. They created their own group and cult in this area, as well as set up a large connection between the Cerberus Assembly in the Wastes of Xhorhas.
Can I just interrupt with one question? Last week, you just mentioned Vecna as an entity that she discovered. You didn't mention any ties with it and what she wanted to do with it.
Oh. Well, this is the information you're getting. A cult to Vecna. Now, they managed to solidify their position here and build up a pretty reasonable city as well as military through her banishment. Only a couple of members of the Cerberus Assembly were still within contact with her, though none of them would ever give up that information willingly, of course. She thought that Incanter's Rest would have the secrets of death, if anywhere, in Wildemount would. Incanter's Rest, in her theory, is the single largest battle that ever took place inside of the Calamity. The entire landscape across the Blight Shore was completely corrupted because of this. There are still mystical, magical powers that are unexplainable, that act like severe weather out in that location, and she wanted to find out why. So she set up a New Haxon in order to investigate the rest itself. Now, of course, Kyle, you're fully aware that the landscape out there is incredibly inhospitable.
Yeah.
It has a lot of severe phenomenons that happen that are completely outside of anybody's control. And apparently she'd set up a home there. And that is everything you learn within the first week of researching and translating the book. Or decoding the book. All right. Vorik, do you write up the letter?
Well, I mean, that was, I thought we were heading through Rasona. Oh, sorry, no. Through Asarius and Rasona. But if, I'm assuming that, like, we would make our travel plans on the road and stuff. So if that was the case, then we probably wouldn't write that letter.
Okay, that's fair. And Ein, you wish to commune, correct?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll it in chat. You contact your deity or a proxy, divine proxy, and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. You receive a correct answer for each question. Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you might receive unclear as an answer if a question pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's knowledge. Alrighty, what are your 3 questions?
Well, the first one, does it has to be question, or can I just make a statement just to like relay an important information?
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, the first thing I want to say is that about the world tree that we found, about basically just informing that it's been corrupted and there's a seed down there, and it will need a lot of effort to heal. The second would probably be hold on, trying to phrase the question in my head. English is hard. Yeah. Would there be help sent to its way? That would be my question. And the third one would be, the third one would be probably be something like a self-reflection, and basically just saying that, is there anything I could do for it?
So, the response to you trying to convey all of that information to the Wild Mother is a calm wind that rolls through the area, persistent, not aggressive, not hostile, just something that always has been. Just a calm, simple breeze. Your second part you get a reassuring warmth that falls over your shoulders. And when you ask your third question, that warmth fills you even more. But there is a very slight cold that just sits in the center of your chest.
Deities and the vague answers.
Okay. You chose the one who can't talk.
I know. I'm like, oh boy, riddles.
Have fun. Philosophical reflection. Or
Yep.
spiritual reflection, technically.
Yeah.
But anyways. That is up to you to interpret however you would like. Not a bad spell, huh? Commune? Pretty good.
Yep.
Anywho, on to the next part. During this... Yeah?
No, I have to double check, like, would spell components be able to be bought here in Charish,
What?
that is?
Certain ones. Not really, really expensive ones, but certain ones.
Yeah, it's mostly just augury stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
You don't have time to trade favor, of course. So you're probably stuck trading value in materials. So do you have materials that can value up to each augury that you want?
Such is life, that when you can't use gold. Honestly, I still have that 80
you could use
pounds. Yeah.
80 pounds?
Of winter wolf belt.
And that's pretty on its cusp of going out the door, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So 80 pounds of Winterwolf pelt, I will value that at probably... Well, it's treated, right? You treated it?
And probably not yet.
Oh, I
No,
thought
it
you
was-
tanned it.
It was in the bag of clothing, is it not?
Yeah, but I thought you guys tanned it, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we tended during the downtime. It's part of
Yeah.
Kale's
Yeah.
leather worker training. Yeah.
All 80 pounds, they would give you 100 GP worth of those materials that you need.
Oh, hey, nice. I could get double of these items, because divination uses the same thing.
Mm-hmm. But there you go. You got 100 GP. If they had more, they would have given you more, but that's physically everything they have. So. Sucks. Anywho. Let's go on to week number 2. Kyle, roll me another intelligence check. And during this time, Kreve, you and Arite, and probably Rorik are practicing with the whip. You know, him trying to teach you how to. Well, Arite teaching you how to successfully attack and strike your opponents quickly, and Rorik showing you the defensive aspects of whip play and how to make sure your enemies stay a little bit further away from you. Oh, yeah, So Rorik just asked an interesting question. Can Arite teach me how to speak Draconic? I believe there's somebody else in the party that could, because Arite doesn't have enough time to teach 2 people at the same time.
Yeah, I can teach you Draconic.
Yeah, that would work then.
Yeah, there we go. Come on, Rorik, branch out a little bit. Don't just sit on your dragon all day. Hang out with your devils too, man. Get off your high dragon. Anyways, I assume you'll probably pick up butterscotch as well, Rorik, since you're not heading into a deathly location anymore, since you're high enough level that you can fuck shit up.
Oh, I thought you said it's still too dangerous to bring butterscotch and to Zarzath kitchen, dude. You know. Due to the terrain, I think.
The terrain was incredibly dangerous before because of how low level you are. Now, it's still dangerous, but you can handle the danger.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And beforehand, just so I don't fuck up on this, Rick would make sure he has enough like horse feed and fodder to like get to Zarzath and probably back.
Easy. All right. So Arite's teaching Kreve, Makit's teaching Rorik. It's a great time. Rorik, what's your intelligence modifier?
+1.
Really? Now, if I remember correctly, learning a skill, training.
8 weeks minus the intelligence modifier.
That is correct. So, assuming the 3 weeks go by without a hitch, which they probably will, that's 7. Write down 3 out of 7 weeks training for Draconic. You now know basic information like, hello, how are you? And things like that. You can at least do basic greetings and thank yous.
Is it 8 weeks minus modifier or 10 weeks minus modifier? I noted 10 minus modifier.
God damn it, Rorik, why'd you lie to me, man? It's
Wait,
10 minus. It's 10 minus modifier.
Oh, it's 10? Oh,
Yep.
shoot, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So go ahead and write 3 out of 9.
Hey, I'm 1/3 of the way there.
There you go. Anyways, Kreve, same for you. Since you're learning just a specific weapon, it is going to probably take you 10 weeks minus your intelligence modifier, which is what?
Which is 0.
So 10 weeks. Go ahead and write 3 out of 10.
Does it go by quicker since he's got 2 people helping him?
No, he doesn't. You're learning Draconic.
Ah, okay.
So go ahead and mark that down, guys.
Yep.
Makes it a little easier to keep track of. Anyways, second week. Roll me your intelligence check. Oh, 8. Let's see if that actually gets you anything. Yes, you learn 1 new bit of information. Delilah Delilah managed to find out that she needed something more powerful in order to continue her research, something to be a conduit of magic that might be able to reach out into the realm in which the soul of her beloved lies and pull him back. And she begins looking for it. But however, she apparently did find a way to bring people back from the dead as an arcanist. Which should probably tell you somewhere in New Haxon and 2 Incanter's Rest that information was found. Because that's where she was. Anywho, are you doing more communing, Ein?
No. After getting an answer, it's mostly because I wanted to just inform the issue. That's all. Probably not anymore after that.
Good enough, good enough. Well then. 3rd week. Kyle, roll me another intelligence check. 19, 2 bits of information. Alright, for this I'm going to need the world map. Because now you're... Oh, wait. Did I never bring the world map into this game? Oh, you stupid hobbitses.
Talk about yourself?
Yeah. There we go. Give it a second to load. And... boom! World map. You can just ignore the people. They don't matter. All right. You might want to zoom in to around 230%. Okay? So, she was here. New Haxon. Found the information she was looking for. She learned that the information might be in a forgotten location over here, referred to as the Verse Glade. Since she had already been to the Verse Glade, she wanted to go there and research if she can find that object that she was looking for. Unfortunately, though she found it, she was missing a key component in fixing it. The object was referred to as a broomstone. She began researching how to fix it, and she went up to a location all the way up here. Another forgotten location where a family of elves were currently around. It is called the Pallid Grove, and she believed that they had information pertaining to very powerful pieces of naturally occurring minerals that could act as catalysts of magic and amplification. Though none of them said anything to her, she had the power of New Haxon and her cult behind her that she used to desecrate their landscape and almost annihilate the Pallid Elves from existence. Those elves had to go traveling outwards to different locations to find solace from what had happened. And that is what you learned during week 3.
Would I know that, like, given the approximative like time scale, would it be what push my father out of the Pallid Grove?
No. Your father left a good 120, 130 years before that.
More than, okay.
Yeah. Before this event, he left.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently they were flourishing in some capacity, but she did everything she could to not have that happen. All right. Week 4. I'm going to ask you again, Ein, if you wanted to do anything. Or Krieve. Well, I know what you're doing, Krieve. We're going to get to that as kind of like a mid-journey thing, you know?
Yep.
No, probably not.
Okay.
Week 4 it's 3 weeks travel. And week
Yes! Week 4 would be there. Yes, thank you for reminding me. However, before then, Creve, we got to do what you were going to do in the middle of the journey when nobody's paying attention to you.
Right.
Where is it? Come on, show up. There we go. All right, Creve. Roll me a stealth check.
All right. Can I use guidance for that?
Yeah, you're only sneaking away from the party.
Right.
It's not that far off.
Right. Yeah. Very good.
In the middle of his watch, actually, if others would be sleeping during that time, I have to give them a -5. Ein, Arite, and Kyle. You hear Creve kind of like trip over a branch as he's trying to sneak away during his watch.
Quick question: do they think it's Rurik trying to go for his nightly bathroom breaks again?
Unfortunately, they're too perceptive to know that. They know you by now.
I roll deception to. Oh shit! I have to pee.
Sure.
All right.
I just cast locate creature on him just to make sure he doesn't end up missing.
Fair enough. Oh shit, I have to go pee. You guys are kind of sleeping, but you're aware he got up in the middle of the night. All right. Anyways, Creve.
I got to go pee.
You go over, you find yourself a secluded, nice little area.
Yep.
And you do your thing. I need a persuasion roll contested by insight.
Yep. I guess I'll use my. Well, I can't use guidance on this.
No.
But yeah, I'll use session inspiration.
Go for it. Hey, not bad. Again. You summon yet another... Well, you attempted to summon a succubus.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do so, you get the same succubus as before. And I was just... Why are you bothering me?
Sorry, I didn't actually mean to get you.
Well, we're connected right now, okay?
Well, I suppose, yes.
I'm working on it.
Well,
I was
sure.
actually just in the middle of talking to somebody of how to get into somebody's fucking dreams when they don't sleep. Are you able to, like, smother him unconscious?
Well, I am able, but I don't think it would be very, very good for our little group dynamics, I would say. But there is one other issue I would like to broach with you now that I have you here.
What?
Well, you see, my father, his name is Delferus. Maybe you know him?
I've heard of.
Right. Well, he's also my patron. I need to sort of get a message to him, or, well, maybe preferably his mother, my grandmother, Glacia.
Okay.
Do you know of anyone who might be able to assist me in that regard?
I do, but what's in it for me?
Well, I have this book here, and I pull up the book of Draconic Erotic Arts. And I don't know if you've tried any of these things, but you know.
She just leans forward towards you with her hands crossed in front of her. Sweetheart, who do you think taught them?
Well,
And then your
sort of
spell
what-
ends because 1 minute goes by. And she disappears.
Well, the spell lasts for 1 hour.
Wait, it's an hour? I thought it was a minute. Oh,
It
that's
takes
so
a minute
low.
to cast, but it's an hour last duration.
That's so much less fun. So yes. We taught the Dragonborns all of that.
Right, well, sure enough. I just figured maybe. Well, you must get bored up here, right? You're not used to being in the...
I am having a blast here, okay? Do you realize how many marriages I have already ruined?
No.
I have a politician who's willing to sell me his entire town.
And that's just after, well, what is it? 4 weeks? A month almost?
Almost.
You're,
I'm having
impressive.
a lovely time.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yes.
I mean, I would be happy to help you enjoy it even more, but
I mean, consider yourself as highly as you would like. Keep in mind, where I come from, you're average.
sure enough.
Sorry, buddy, but you
well,
are.
anyway.
Charisma there goes up to 30. Like,
Yeah. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's of course fair enough. But so what is it you might be asking in exchange for my request? Then
You want a letter sent to them?
well, yes, a letter, or maybe even a short audience, as it were. But that might be harder to accommodate, I believe.
If you want an audience with either of them, unfortunately they're too high up the ladder to be able to come here without a tremendous amount of ritualistic intent. Of course, I could teach you those magics so that you can go and try to summon either of them here, which might be pretty interesting. Though they might end up checking the logs at the gates and wanting to send me back, which I'm really not a big fan of. So I don't think I want to do that. However, what if I told you that I could potentially find a gate to hell for you to go to?
Well, that is something I will consider more in the long term, I suppose. I mean,
Right.
as much as I would like to go to hell, it takes a bit of preparation. I would-
Of course. However, if you don't mind sending me back, I was in the middle of getting a foot massage from a very wealthy, creepy old man.
Right. Well, let's just I'll stick with the letter for now. Then, if you can maybe make that happen somehow, I will.
Sure, and she holds her hand out.
Well, I don't have the letter now, but I will write one, and I will. Is it okay if I, let's say, 2 days from now at noon this time?
Noon your time?
Well, let's say 60 hours from now.
That's easier. 60 hours from now, I have a date with that farm girl. And then, of course, her father is that evening. And I think I could fit in between the two of them, yeah.
All right.
And I'll be able to get you in as well.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure you can fit many people.
She raises
If
her
you want
eyebrow at
to.
you. Hmm.
I mean,
And she just like pulls out a piece of parchment that unfolds. And Creve, you notice that That appears to be an infernal list of names and contracts, and she seems to have 15 of them. All in 1 month. Mortals are stupid, and she just rolls it up.
Very good. As I said, I'm pleased you are enjoying your time here.
Foot massage.
Right, yes. See you.
You drop your concentration, she heads back.
Rick walks by, finally done with his business. Oh, hey, Grieve. And then just goes back.
Hello. You have... yes, you are... I suppose you've gone to empty yourself, as it were.
Yeah. So I'm yes. I'm gonna go back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, good night. I will stay on watch for a little bit longer.
Just stay safe. You never know what could be out here at night, or what someone with malicious intent could be up to. And continues going back.
Yes, I'm always keeping Omen in my sights, so he won't scratch your throat, or any of the others.
Wow.
Right. Go.
Anyways,
have your devil dreams, fiend.
So, a couple of hours later, everybody is up for their own watches and are now heading out back over towards Zarzath Kittrell. Alrighty, so you all arrive in Zarzath Kittrell. We are starting week number 4, and as you get here, you of course meet up with Ravi. Let me see if I remember his voice. Hey everybody, how you doing? Was that it?
Ravi.
Hey.
Bro goes in for like that kind of
his
bro hug
voice.
kind of thing, like that firm handshake into a bro hug.
There we go. Hey, how's everyone? Huh? You all look great. Looks over at you, Aride. Hey.
Hello.
How's your new position treating you?
Oh, it fucking sucks. Luckily, I found out that we have mandatory, services we have to give in our position of power. So, we have to spend 1 week every couple of months working for our underlings, right? So I just get to go out there and start doing patrols and shit.
Well, if you're that bored, maybe the reason why we come here might unbore you. And I think I write he would like to expose the facts.
Dragon turtle.
Oh yeah. We've been dealing with that, kind of.
How exactly?
By staying the fuck off the water.
Yeah, see, it's kind of coming this way.
Yeah, it's here.
Ah.
Well then,
Have you
maybe we
spoken?
can help you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe we can help you handle it.
That would be great. No, I have not personally spoken with it, and whenever we send out a group to try to, hey, we don't have that type of money just lying around, and we don't think that we should have to pay it back because of all the fucking Drakenbloods. Assholes. How about we just work together? The boat doesn't come back.
And how far out is it at the moment? Or usually?
About 5-10 miles.
That's within a good walking distance.
Well, in the water. Can you walk on water now?
No. I thought no.
Well, how do we want to deal with this, y'all? Looking at the rest of the party.
Do y'all have the money to pay it? That'd be great.
Highly doubtful.
Yeah. Well, we've kind of gathered up a small section of our military to get ready to kill it, but we're not really that hopeful. We're probably gonna lose a lot of people, a lot of them.
Well, let's still attempt to parlay. Why don't since we're the first ones who encountered it, why don't we begin the talking, just saying, hey, Mr. Dragon Turtle, this deal that you made, its previous contract holders are no longer here, and so you're no longer bound by it. The fact that you were guarding the thing without that knowledge, that's not your guys' fault. That's, if I'm honestly, his fault or hers. And if they don't abide by it, they don't like it, and it turns to violence, then that's when you have your forces there to help ambush and attack it, while we are right there in the middle of it too.
Right. So the only problem with that is we're down to 2 large ships.
How many ships did you send towards it?
7.
Why did you invest that many?
Because we tried that whole points at Rorik. That.
God damn it, Rorik, you influenced my people towards diplomacy when war was needed.
I don't know if that's my fault, but I will take responsibility if it is.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all think you can ask it to calm the fuck down, we're not exactly in a position to, take on a war on the water. Not to mention, we're kind of, well, I mean, we have a lot of shipments out there that we already re-established and opened up, of course, but, they're all the way heading over towards the east and south, and they can't get in because if they try, they're gonna get killed, and, well, yeah.
I'd like to note the last time we tried to comment down, it threatened to kill me.
Well, what about this then? If we want to continue to do this diplomatically, given your now lack of ships, and Zarzath Kitchell has trade with allies and everything, correct? That's how you get some of your income.
Well, we were starting to establish that, but now it's looking pretty bad that we're like, hey, let's trade. By the way, you can't bring shit here because you might die.
Well, what if instead you set up a payment plan with this dragon turtle, so every time a ship that you have goes by, they give the turtle some of the treasure, a percentage of it, of the shipments or anything, and then slowly it'll pay up, right?
So we tax importation to quell the dragon turtle. How expensive would it be to commission people to kill it? Because honestly, it's a fucking dick. Like, it's a dick. If I was good at killing things from afar, I would be on that boat. But, hi.
Oh, you're not that bad with a bow. I've seen you.
I'm a lot better up close and personal.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I must confess that the tax idea might not be the smartest one, and I thought you might have thought it yourself, Rorik. Why asking for a dragon turtle to take taxes and have just a part of the share while it could just sink the ship and take the whole for it?
Because then it wouldn't get a lot of it in the long run, and if it does take the deal, then we would save some lives.
Well, in my experience, the simplest solution is usually the correct one. And I believe even you can tell what the simplest solution towards this dragon turtle is, right?
Talk it down and get it to go away.
I stand corrected. You are way too pacifistic to think logically.
Rafi, how many ships that are combat equipped do we have at the moment? Or you?
Well, a smaller ship, we have a good couple dozen, but big ships that can actually withstand it for longer than a swipe, 2.
And I'm guessing we don't know to what extent it can survive against it.
We sent out a pretty big force of our people. They're probably dead.
It was all at once. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought this
Did
was
y'all
all-
know that dragon turtles can, like, breathe fire water?
I'm sorry, what?
It's water that's like fire.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dwarven drink for a second.
Yeah, that's for bitches. No.
Why did we have to go to that lake? If we didn't go there, I would not have to deal with this.
Oh, so it's your fault.
Yes, it is my fault our ancestors made a deal with a dragon turtle.
Hey, that's not our ancestors, okay? We're not dragon blood.
You get my point.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, no. If y'all want to try your diplomacy thing, Warwick, I would rather no bloodshed if that could be helped. If you want to try the whole taxation thing, feel free. However, I could talk to some of the guild's people and see what a bounty would look like if we end up killing it. Just based off of what their average earnings and loss might look for the next year and a half or so. Oh, that'd be bad.
Well,
Not to mention, this is already swaying the entire public. Like, hey, why are we trying to rely on people outside of our own people? Well, we can handle everything ourselves. See what's happening? We're losing all this money already. It's already looking bad.
Well, here's the well, now that we're here, we came here to help. So, I personally would like to attempt to do this with no bloodshed. But if it comes to it, then, well, blood will be shed. And if it does, Ravi, I would appreciate it if you would stay at our side for to deal with it.
I'm supposed to stay in the city as a politician, man.
And you have mandatory work that you have to do every once in a while, such
Yeah,
as protecting the city from a dragon turtle.
Well, that's, like, if it was coming to the city. Yeah. The only, like... See, I'm thinking bigger, right? I have to. It sucks. If I die, right? Then they're gonna fill my position with somebody who thinks like all the traditionalists. And then we're just gonna regress. And then everything we already worked towards is gonna fall apart. If I have to stay alive to be an example of progress.
Well, then,
What
is there
kind of-
anyone you might recommend accompany us then that would be capable of surviving such an encounter should it turn bad?
I would've, except we already tried that, and they're dead.
Do we have any soldiers left in the city whatsoever?
Yes, they are defending the city.
Against? Right.
Anything that could happen.
Regular defense.
We went from 800 soldiers down to about 340.
That's really rough.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Ravi. Who was the one that commanded that? Strategically, because that's far too many for someone who's. That's far too many.
Yeah. I kind of suggested it because I was going off that whole peace thing. And anybody who went volunteered, you know. The first group of them we sent out there were to parlay, and at that point we only lost about 40 or 50, which is really unfortunate. We're really sad about it. And then the next group we sent out there was to find out what happened to them, and again, that was only like 30. We had a skeleton crew. Then they're dead. And then the next fleet we sent after them was the rest, and They're all, well, yeah. Yeah, it's walk and talk.
Okay, so we're not in a static place yet. Never mind.
No. You're just walking through the city. I mean, we thought a show of force of that many hundreds of our soldiers would kill it. But that thing's fucking tough. I don't know.
What kind of weaponry can we load onto the boat or the shoreline? If we were to
Nothing that can
transfer
reach
this
10
down?
miles. On the boat, we got ballista. That's really it. We're not really built for seafaring combat, you know.
But if we could lure it towards land.
I don't know. We tried that. It just, when it got closer, we tried shooting a barrage at it, but then it went under the water and tunneled its way onto the beach and destroyed 3 of our largest, heaviest ballistas we had. And then,
Dragon turtles can dig?
apparently,
Mhm.
well, it's sand, right? So, like,
Fair enough.
and we don't want to bring it any closer to the city, because then we're risking the people. I don't know. I think we're going to have to put out a large bounty for one of the other groups out there.
Well, everyone, do you want to try to deal with this?
Well, I can tell you we've been making things more complicated than has to be, Rorik. At this point, I'm pretty sure peace isn't an option.
No, I agree. After hearing the rest of Ravi's explanation, peace is no longer an option. And in a meme form, I would imagine Rurik takes his quarterstaff and like does the shotgun.
Well, I mean, you could potentially try to surrender to it and make it your overlord. Maybe that would be easy.
No.
I don't
Why would-
think my people want a dragon turtle as our overlord.
Nope, not really.
No.
I mean, you saw what happened last time we had overlords.
Well, on the bright side too, if I hate to put this one on you, alrighty, but it seems to like or hate you and to know your scent, so that's one way we can bait it.
What is the fastest ship you currently have?
We got a pretty good kill boat.
How fast can it go?
Oh, you know, 60, 70.
I need a measurement.
Maybe 80.
80 meters, kilometers,
Of
feet.
movements on the water.
Knots.
Does it
Yeah.
have a ballista installed on it?
Well, that would slow it down, but we could put one on it.
I
As if-
don't. The idea I have does not involve having a ballista on it.
Okay.
Out of game thing I want to say is I don't think we would have won our dragon turtle battle in the Odyssey game unless we had that ballista to really help out. Just putting that out there.
Well,
Yeah, but what Ariti was maybe suggesting is that we go with the boat to lure him toward the shore, and we fight him on the shore, so he doesn't have the advantage of going to swim and stuff like that.
I can hear,
Yes,
Some
that is
sort
what I
of-
was thinking.
I can hear some sort of rubbing noise from someone. Well, I was hearing it earlier.
It was coming from Kyle's. I think there's just background noise.
Well, anyways, we might not even need the ship. It knows Arite's scent. We can
Don't
track him
remind
from
me.
a mile away. We just go near the shore and let it come to him.
seems to me that being on a ship is a bit foolhardy because it would mean that we're in its element instead of trying to, I don't know.
You know what? Makita has a point. It said it could track me down to anywhere within the world by my scent, which is creepy. I have a creepy stalker. But maybe we can use that to drag it towards the city.
Oh, no.
I meant the shore.
No.
I meant the shore.
That's
shore.
towards the city. What happens if that thing beaches and then goes after the city? You know how many families die?
Then we go up north. Try to lure it towards the shores north of the city.
Well, I mean, how about? Well, I'm just thinking out loud here a little bit, but because you have this conflict between the Empire, was it, and the Shore House, the Drow. Maybe this could be used as a way to potentially, if it follows you, we could lure it into the Empire's waters, and maybe it would wreak some damage on behalf of, well, the people of Shoras, and maybe they would pay us for any damage we did to the Empire.
You know, that's a good point, though. I'd
We've
like
been-
Neil Versaglov.
So we've been trying not to get in contact with any of the dens because we're trying to make sure that we are still our own people and not controlled by any of the dens. And asking them for favors is kind of not great.
Well, as I was saying earlier, we do know that the Empire, well, figure you might want to know this anyways, but the Empire is at least attempting to set up an outpost near the lake it was originally at. If they've set it up, we lure it towards them, they could potentially wipe out each other.
But how do you want to lure it that far north? Like, it's 10 miles away from here, and I mean, it would be a huge risk to try to sail up north with a dragon turtle on our tail. It would be at least 2 or 3 days sailing up northward.
As well
You
as
don't know what can
that
happen in 3
upriver.
days.
That's
While it's
also
up sea, I
upriver.
don't know the stream of the sea, but yeah.
Right. Well, just think we should consider the possibilities and opportunities here instead of seeing just a problem.
What kind of
probably make
opportunities?
We could
Grieve.
probably
Like-
get some very good augment materials from a dragon turtle.
Like the opportunity I just mentioned, of course. Well, that's just one of them. It's just the first I thought of. I'm sure there are several more opportunities we can think of with a little bit of creativity.
Right. Well, while we're thinking about that, our city is losing all of its political sway that we work so incredibly hard to get, and people who manage to try to fight against it because they're getting pissed off that they're not able to move freely as they want.
Right.
Could you potentially set up a rock slide as a trap?
The shores are pretty far away from the Gulf itself.
If we
I have a
lure it to the
question.
mountains, though.
I thought I made it very clear that is not an option. We are not endangering my city.
I have an idea. And yeah, we're gonna tap into previous knowledge or sort of tactics before. Ravi, your city, it's in the mountain area, you've got lots of materials. Do you have explosives?
What?
Things that will go boom, that will make fire, that will make...
We can make fire, but we don't really have, I mean, we got a few mages.
All right, sorry. I thought that Zarzath Kitchell was good enough that they'd have something like that in mind. Then.
I mean, they have an incredibly extensive mining operation, but he's not somebody who would know anything about that type of stuff.
Because if you said that the dragon turtle burrowed on to get to the shore under a barrage, if we set some sort of trap in the sand where it would burrow when it comes towards us.
How do you want to keep it not wet so that it can explode?
Wait, what? Can you say that one more time, Kale?
Gunpowder doesn't explode if it's wet.
Oh yeah, no. There are ways to stop that though. I think it's like waxing, or you like tar the opening so the gunpowder stays safe.
But do you think they or this type of civilization would know anything about that?
I thought they would, but I guess I was wrong.
He doesn't. He knows nothing about mining. That is not his forte. If
Who do
only
we
you guys
know-
knew a different NPC that knew a lot about diggy holes.
Gee,
If
I
only
wonder
we
who
knew
that would be.
anyone about like making explosives and like hard surfaces, like mining or something.
Rurik,
Alrighty, do you know someone like that?
Rurik, I believe you're just. We're going to my home.
Well, what about the? Would it be possible to poison it, maybe?
No, I like the gunpowder solution. Light the beach on fire.
Wait, is gunpowder a type of poison?
No,
I'm
it's
not
a
gonna-
type of explosive. You light it, boom.
Everything is poison if you eat enough of it.
I'm also not saying this in character, but why not both? Wink, wink.
All right. So I guess we're going over to Arite's home. Cool. Boop 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 boop. You're over at Arite's home. Hey, Arite, how you been, man? Your dad runs out and gives you a big hug. Hey, missed you, guy. Hey, look, are you bulking up a little bit, getting a little stronger, eh?
Little
He does
bit,
like the father like shadow boxing thing.
Jesus. Where is mother? It's important.
Oh, she's down in her office downstairs.
Excellent.
Honey, our son's home. Did he manage to kill that creepy turtle?
That's why we came here. We're working on a solution.
Not yet, working on it. Ah,
Do we have gunpowder anywhere? We kind of need some to set a trap for it.
how much?
A lot?
A lot's not a number, Arite.
Roderick, we need a number. How many?
Yeah,
How many gunpowders?
how would I know this off the top of my head, Jero? Because I've seen how big it is.
You've seen how big the creature is itself, but can you justify any way in your backstory that you would actually know about utilizing gunpowder?
Empire.
From the
military.
Empire. Well, not everybody in the Empire's military knows it. They keep specific groups knowledgeable about specific things so that they can keep everybody separated.
Because
When you are
Everything
divided,
that
you
we
are
can
easier
afford.
to control. What?
Everything that we can afford.
because Rurik has been at some of the bloodiest battles, I would say, and most of those bloody battles involved like something similar strategy like this, luring the enemy into a spot they think is safe, and then blowing them the fuck up or
Well-
doing some other sort of thing.
You were at the Ashgard garrison when they did the tar. That was one of the biggest ways that they did that. But gunpowder research has been very specific to Hupperduke in particular. And it wasn't until the last 20 to 30 years that they actually started militarizing it openly. 20 to 30 years ago, would you have been active duty at any of the battle points?
20, 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Shoot, I would have to consult my backstory about that, but I was going to say I do have an old gnome artificer war buddy. They
Oh,
didn't specialize in
absolutely.
gunpowder,
There you
but
go.
they were an
There you
artificer.
There you go. That's your justification to know that. Cool. There we go. Yeah, you sit around talking about war and shit with your old artificer buddy. You would estimate a creature that size, it depends what you're trying to do. Are you trying to collapse heavy things on top of it, or are you trying to explode it?
I would say we're trying to... I don't think we have enough to explode it, but we do have enough to cause some pretty hefty damage, I would think.
Okay.
Theoretically.
So that's what you're aiming for. Enough to cause a hefty amount of damage against it.
Yes.
So roll me an intelligence check.
Yeah, I'm great at these. Not really. Oh shit, I'm great at these.
You would need close to about 100 pounds worth of separated casks with the concoctions already made inside of them.
Wait, so 100 pounds total or 100 pounds each?
100-pound total.
Oh, okay.
Each cask is about 5 to 10 pounds.
Rurik tells Ariety that exact amount and all the details you just mentioned.
We need 100 pounds. Any more than that would be preferred.
In separate casks that can withstand water damage.
That whatever he just said.
Ravi! Get Ravi!
I'm here.
Ravi!
Yeah?
Kitchell is going to pay for it. I had a very big shipment that I've been waiting to send out that has that much already at our disposal.
I'm sure I can figure something.
You will figure something out, or you're not getting it.
Yup, sure thing. God, dude, your mom is fucking scary.
I know. I grew up with that.
Rurik will kind of shout
Hey,
down.
be
in his-
respectful. That's your mom.
But I was just saying she was scary. That's a compliment.
Rurik will call down in broken Draconic. Thank you, Mrs. Vilsrequeith.
Feels required.
Broken Draconic.
Arite's dad slowly turns and glares at you. Give me a charisma check, Warwick.
Check.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's
11. Arite and all of you that speak Draconic, what came out definitely had queef in it. Not exactly the name.
No, father. He meant the last name. Vilsrequeith. That's what he meant.
And just a little bit of acid falls out of his nose.
I'm sorry, did I not say it correctly?
No,
I
Rurik,
said
just
it
shut
just
up.
as you
Just
told
shut
me
up.
to, alrighty?
Rurik, just shut up.
It's the hardest fucking name in the world to pronounce, man.
And in
You're
Draconic.
a natural.
Yeah.
You're a natural at insults Rurik.
Wait, what? I didn't mean to. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Rurik, stop speaking and just stop for a
So,
second.
how much is it gonna cost?
Probably around 800 gold. If you need them to be waterproof.
That's pretty expensive. I'll get the money. I'll get the money for it. Okay.
Fine. It'll be finished in 2 days.
Okay.
Hey, think about it. It's less than what the dragon turtle wants.
Right, but we still have to pay to commission a group to kill it.
We're
How much does it want
Wait.
again?
how much did it want to? It wasn't it like 10? No, 12. I don't know. Above 10,000.
It was like 15,000.
Yeah, it was 15,000.
Shit. Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to the guild merchants and well, I'll see what we can gather up. All right. I'll be back.
Ravi, if you need a small
Yeah.
donation, I have a little bit of gold I can spare.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, well, the 800's not going to be the issue. It's paying people to actually do this job. That's going to be the fucking issue. Unless all of you are volunteering to do this for free, without the expectation of a favor from Zarzath Kitchell in the future.
I mean,
Without the
I would.
No.
of a favor.
I feel like
Money
someone,
it
like,
is.
I feel like Rurik was slowly about to was raising his hand, and someone else was does the hand thing where it's no. Yeah.
All right, the money it is, and he takes off running. All right,
Oh,
guys.
and Robbie, say hello to your niece for me.
Yep, we'll do. And what were you saying, Mickey?
I'm just wanting to say to him, I'd exchange. You can keep myself the money if someone can teach me how to use a jeweler's kit.
Oh, you might want to hold off on saying that because your cut of the money is worth way more. But yeah, I mean, if you want to offer giving up potentially hundreds of gold to save yourself 200 gold, sure. Oh wait, you're
thanks.
smart. Yeah, it would be like 120 gold. But anyways, he's going to run off and do that, and we're actually going to go on break, everybody. We will be right back.
Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic time. Now, before we jump right into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you are interested in joining our community, playing in any of our games, or even just hanging out with us a little bit, you can check us out over on our Patreon. Our link is down in the description below. So where last we left off, you all finally made your way over to Zarzath Kittrell, where a few of you did a few things along the way, but more or less you guys are just trying to connect with one another a little better and teach each other a little better about different things. Once you got there, you found out that Ravi is not doing a very good job of balancing as a military strategist and politician, and there is a shit ton of loss that has happened within the military itself based off of the dealings with this dragon turtle, really expressing the danger of such a beast and creature inside of your midst. So, you all decided that you were going to be helping them out, and you will be getting paid for this because Zarzath Kittrell is not in a position where it wants to owe people favors. Though how much you're going to be paid is going to be put up in the air. Luckily, Warwick had a, old war buddy that told him a lot about explosives and things like that and how they used to mine them out of the ground, and you all managed to find out about gunpowder for the first time for many of you. And apparently, for some reason, Arite's mom is super knowledgeable about that stuff, and you managed to persuade her into supplying a fuck ton of it by saying Zarzath Kittrell will pay, and so you all decided to get yourselves set up so that you can prepare your conflict with this dragon turtle. Alrighty. So, first things first. If I remember correctly, you guys want poison, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to go to try to find poison? Keep in mind, it is technically illegal.
I can do it.
Yeah,
there we go. Y'all have a rogue. All right. Kyle, roll me an investigation. Hey. You find a very seedy, shady establishment that you're able to go through, and if you can provide the coin for it, they have a number of different poisons at their disposal. Let me gather those notes up for you. I probably should have done this while we were on break. I apologize.
Do you guys agree if I trade poison with different jewelry and stuff like that, and not my own?
You know, like
Okay.
I said before, I'm like Goblin Slayer in this. If we can get all the things that can give us advantage in this fight, I'm for it.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't you tell me your spending range?
I have, let's say, this can be reused. 500-600 gold.
600 is your range?
Yeah. I could put more, but it's like taking stuff from the casting components and other shit.
So, 600 gold. Are you looking for poison or toxins?
What's the difference?
A toxin has to be ingested. A poison needs to be put into.
So like
Poisons.
poison something we coat a weapon with.
Yeah.
A toxin is something you slip into a drink.
Poisons.
You're looking for poisons. Okay. No toxins. How the fuck does this thing work? Okay, let me click here. We're looking for venom category. Venom. Price 600. Filter. Okay. So, the first thing you might be able to purchase that they have at their disposal is Black Adder Venom. It must... that doesn't matter. A creature subjected to this poison must make a DC 10 con save or suffer 3 poison damage for 2d6 rounds after the contact. That's the cheapest thing they have. A creature subjected...
We need higher DC than that. I expected to have at least plus 10 as his fucking con save.
All right, so what DC do you want me to start at? Because that can change.
Let's say 15.
Let's start at 15. Yeah. And even that, I like not a lot of chance for it to succeed.
So, for 700 gold, they have the Kryn poison. A creature subjected to this poison makes a DC 18 con save or be poisoned. While poisoned in this manner, the creature's intelligence score is reduced by 3d6. If the creature's intelligence drops to 0, it dies. Only magical healing like the Greater Restoration spell or other magic can end the effect on the poison.
That's good, because I don't think it's very intelligent.
And the only reason you
3d6.
have access to this is because of, well, without giving them too much information, backstory stuff. You rolled a 31 on your investigation. You can find people.
And
of course,
they'll
sell it to you for 700, but you're going to owe a particular den a favor.
Which den?
Not the one you like.
Oh no.
But that is a really good poison.
Oh no.
Sacrifices must be made.
It's a really
Sorry,
good poison
Riley,
for
you know what
only
that means.
700. But for your price range, that is the only thing you could actually find with a DC of 15. Now, if you're okay going with a DC of 14, there is the Jawin poison, which is a particular type of spider that is found in the southern wastes of Xhorhas, deeper within the Lotus Den forest itself. DC 14 con save or be poisoned for several days. At the end of each long rest, the creature can make another saving throw to end the effect, which never exceeds 1 week. So you just give them the poison condition for a week if they fail. And that's only 400.
Let's go for the 700.
I was going to ask, can you afford both the 700 and the 400? Because those are both... Okay.
Yeah. So you want to buy the Kryn poison?
Yeah, and I would like to exchange like the various jewelry that I have at my disposal for it.
I didn't understand what you just said.
I want to exchange the various jewelry that I have against it, because I don't have this kind of coin, but I have it as
Sure, that's fine. If you have some combination of 700 GP worth of jewelry, they'll take the trade. And here you go. And here you go.
All right. Go to next up, and I will do the calculation, the math to give you the right amount of stuff, and I complete with my goal if needed.
Very well. All right, so that took him that day to succeed on. Who is going to be doing the scouting of a good location that you guys could burrow through with your respective Steve and other choice abilities, as well as set up your ambush trap against it? Who's going to go do that?
I would say Kyle, but I could also see either Rurik or Ein doing that, since that's terrain-based, and Rurik for warfare kind of stuff, and Ein for nature.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Anybody else? You're muted.
I could potentially do it too. I mean, either way, I have... Well, I mean, scouting out. If it's nature or survival, I'm decent on both of them.
It will be survival, by the way. You're looking for an advantageous position. That's survival.
Actually, if I don't... Yeah, no,
You're as good as me.
I was gonna say I could leave because I did mention maybe we could ask Ravi just for any volunteer archers or something to do the ballista, but if anything, Rura could probably help Makit out, so aid.
I mean, those are two different tasks. So let's finish with the one task we were already talking about before going on to another.
Sorry.
Who
it's probably-
wants to do the scouting for a location?
Oh, I guess I'm the first volunteer.
There we
was-
go. If
Okay.
Yeah, Rorik, what were you saying?
I was gonna volunteer too.
There you go. Two of you can do it. It's fine. Two people can interact with it at a time. It's no issue. I mean, you guys do need to divide and conquer. So you both go out there and you're going to do that. All right, both of you, give me a survival check to try to find an advantageous position.
I'd like to aid Makit.
Very well. So is that the spell aid? Well,
no, the action. So
Help. Help.
Sorry.
Yeah. Goddamn Pathfinder and their aid mechanic. I like traditional terms.
Wow.
That is why chronology wizards are way better. Anyways, Jesus, that is... All right, you find a place that looks like this, and unfortunately, it's the only place that you really find that has an open enough area for all of you to just freely move where you want. The soil is solid enough for you to set up ballista here, and the beach is shallow enough that if the creature can only burrow through sand, you might be safe. But yeah, this is what you got. We'll probably justify it by saying neither of you wanted to venture much further out for fear that the dragon turtle, which you know has an insane ability to at least smell based off of its threats to Arite.
Wait, I thought you said it
that
had a
it
decent
would-
one, Makit. Shit.
He does, +2.
I have a +5.
Well, you guys don't know each other's mechanics. It's fine.
You said decent, you have a good one. That's better than decent.
+5's decent to me. Maybe I'm a little.
You're spoiled by Sunday.
Yeah.
+5, are you even proficient?
Well, I mean, to be fair, when it comes to nature with my druid, nature always tries to kill me.
Fair.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Alrighty, so you guys found a decent enough position. While they were doing that, we'll say that's going to take you both the better part of a day. Ayn, Arite, Krieve?
I would probably go speak to Ravi.
About?
Getting volunteer archers and borrowing the ballista.
Roll me a persuasion.
Shit, that'd be a persuasion. Okay.
I had
Yeah,
planned
Krieve?
on sort of doing the social bit.
Do you want to go and try to persuade as well?
Yeah.
There you go.
I will help you with your persuasion.
All right.
Hey, at least
Hey,
you know
Ravi,
his
have you ever been to an
strengths.
orgy? Just...
Can I use guidance for that?
Sure. Ravi doesn't understand spellcasting well enough to know that you're doing that.
Hey, that's
Yes.
not bad.
24. He will donate 2 ballistas with 4 soldiers. However, if that creature gets anywhere near them, they're out. He is giving
that's
them
fine.
the instructions. They flee. They directly run the opposite fucking way. They are not going to stick around. They're only going to be there until it gets close enough that it can be a problem. All right? So, for all of you, know that the moment it crosses onto this area, they're out. Okay?
I'm gonna draw an actual line on there too, so we know.
Sure. Also, the gray, the cobbled area.
Wait, they'll run if it's the cobbled area?
Yeah, if it gets close enough to the cobbled area, they're out.
Oh, I thought that was where we were setting the explosives. Shit.
Well, you're setting the explosives on the beach, right?
Okay. So
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Yeah. So let's
Are we
say
doing
like right.
that on the beach now? I thought
Are
we
you?
planned on setting those up like in this area.
Yeah, that's where we were thinking because
Well,
can't-
the cobbled... Sorry, but the cobbled area doesn't exist, does it? Because you said to ignore the structures.
yeah.
That is correct.
So that'd be
Alright.
sand, right?
Well, regardless, we just
That-
wanted it.
That
further
would be
away
the
from
start of
water.
dirt, but yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you draw me where you put a box where you're gonna put the box.
Okay, I can do that. Let's assume like right here.
Alright.
Sorry, that was okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Alright,
We'll
and
shrink it
then you
down a
said-
little bit because it has to be 10 feet.
Okay.
There we go.
And where can you point where the line is now, where they would retreat?
I'll say here.
Okay, I'll make a little thing there then.
Yeah. So any further than that, the ballistas are outie.
Right, and
That's fine.
But they give you 2 people on each so that they can shoot each round at least once. So the longer you hold them at bay, the longer you have ballistas helping you.
Yeah, we'll put the ballistas in like the corners.
Yep, I'm just getting them physically represented. Right down here. All right, good. There and there.
Woohoo!
Oh, it'll be plenty close enough to shoot. The ballista's range interval is stupid, but unfortunately the territory you found does not give you a good place to put it where it's stupid far away. I think the ballista's range is 500, 600.
I think it's 600, 700, something like that. Insane.
But anyways, while the 2 of you were sweet talking Ravi, Ain.
So it's confirmed that we will attack in 2 days' time, right?
I'm sorry?
Oops, I keep accidentally pressing the mute spacebar. We confirm that we will attack in 2 days' time or so.
Yes.
All right. So first things first, I'm gonna try communing to ask, if possible, a light storm during that day.
Commune is just yay, nay, or a?
I meant a prayer. A prayer and
What?
a request. Because you said there's a small shrine to the Wild Mother there.
There is. And are you going to use one of your favors that you...
Yeah, I'm going to use one of my favors.
So what is your favor asking for?
For the weather to be lightly storming during the day of the attack.
Lightly
Just to-
storming.
Yeah, just to enhance the spell capabilities.
All right.
That I have.
Roll me a D100, please. Divine favor is a hell of a thing to utilize. And difficult to earn unless a city really needs it.
75.
As you pray for this, you just hear a rolling emanate outwards high above you.
Yeah, that does remind me too. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this because I still have a favor from the Scaled Temple in Zarzath Kittrell. Can
Yes,
I
you do.
utilize that to get any sort of aid from them? Whether it's
Um,
potions or whatnot?
Your favor is with the Church of the Crystal One, not just that temple. So, you could ask the church for help, or you could ask the Crystal One to cash in that favor.
I think I'll tempt for the Crystal One because I know it's low with the intervention thing, but this is a city of dragon people that need help from a dragon entity that's evil and kind of a dick. So I think he can be inclined to help protect him.
Okay. And what are you going to ask?
Oh, it's a good question. I literally just thought of this because I remembered I had the favor. Party. Guys, what do you think I should ask for? Because Iron's already got a storm going, maybe.
To rain death on the turtle itself, just power word kill it.
Actually, you know what? Given the way Rurik is with how he fights and what he fights for, Rurik will pray that he and his companions, and the ones fighting this entity, this turtle, will have the Crystal One's protection in some shape or form.
Give me a D100.
Oh God. Oh wow, that is right there on the 50.
So, for full transparency, you all are asking because you have earned a favor. You have shown your devotion. You have helped. The D100 is just to figure out exactly how much they will help you. They will, in some capacity, because you are cashing in that favor. Ein, the day of, there will be an offshore thunderstorm that just rolls in with the turtle. Enough to leave the area behind it completely engrossed in it, but not enough to encumber any of your sights. The day of the fight, who wants to roll me 2d10?
Oh, I like rolling.
I
I'm
will.
awful at it. Fine. Hey, well, how about you roll 1d10, I'll roll the other d10.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Oh, you're sharing. I ship it. Do y'all ship it? I ship it.
Oh wow, I don't know if that's good
You
or bad.
all have your hit point maximum increased by 18 for the day of the fight.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
Guys, my max HP is over 100 now.
For only the day of the fight.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still
The
over
crystal
100.
one is giving you its protection.
With
and also,
all the aid, pep talk, and stuff like that, I have almost as many temporary / maximum raise hit point at my normal number of hit points.
Hey! But anyways, y'all, you feel the reassuring presence of the crystal one. Wait, rolling 99 plus 18 is 117. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just adding the.
I was
Doing
reading
math.
is like, that's not math. But anyways, you all head out onto the beaches and begin setting up your devious trap. You all get the powdered kegs that are water resistant. They're not waterproof. However, so long as they are not fully submerged in water for longer than a minute, there is still ignitable powder that can still combust inside of it. Okay?
Alright.
With the resources they have here, that's really what they could accomplish within a couple of days.
hey, I'm not complaining.
And the only issue with it is it has to be ignited somehow. Okay? Force damage, fire, or lightning damage. Those are the only things that can ignite a keg. Force damage, because gunpowder is incredibly volatile. You shake it around too much, it might just boom.
Yeah, because.
And then the other two, because boom.
And also, don't forget 2 inspiring leader, so 13 temp hit points, and that's also for the 4 soldiers that are accompanying us.
Oh yeah, they'll take it. They're still... Luckily, they're not pissing their pants. But they
Hey, I'm
are...
hoping-
Oh, yeah. If you weren't so inspiring, they might be. Wow, this
No,
human
I'm not
really
on the
knows what the
map.
fuck he's talking about. Put yourself there.
Oh, I can put myself here.
Yeah,
I'm
all of
stupid.
you have control of it. Yeah.
All right, so wait, let's get in position, I guess. So the trap is right here in the first square.
Yep.
So that alrighty's
I
got to be
will,
near there.
I will hide like beneath the stand, so that when he's come close enough, I can cast Phantasmal Force to try to lure him into the trap and make him actually believe that it's a great treasure.
Did I give you a token for Steve yet? But okay, roll your stealth
yeah.
check as well. All right, put him on the map.
Alright.
Dig a tunnel,
Oh.
dig a tunnel.
I hadn't planned on actually having him there for the combat.
I mean, might as
Oh,
well.
so you're using it beforehand just to dig out the area. All right,
That
show
was the
me.
plan.
Show me with a box the territory that you have him dig out to easily collapse. Just draw it on the map, okay? With your own color.
All right.
Which your ugly orange? Yeah, ugly orange.
Now I'm gonna do like purple.
All right. Ooh, I just got really hungry.
Purple is a retag.
Yeah, hold up. No, it's okay. You can do
This
it.
is a lighter shade.
It is fine. I don't.
So,
You say
oh.
to the colorblind DM, fuck you.
Okay.
So that's the area that you're going to make light enough that if you step on it, nothing happens. If it steps on it, collapse.
It's not gonna get to the trap then. Oh, well, actually, no. I guess that's part of the plan. We piss it off enough that it charges at us, right?
If you move it slightly further inwards, the trap, like all of those kegs, will fall in there when it
yeah,
triggers.
that's true. So maybe put it
On
like this. Or
Okay, so
Yeah. That way, the trap will immediately fall into it. This beach back over here is mostly water that will flood in through your tunnel as well. Actually, the collapsed area could already be filled with water.
okay, so if that's the case, we can set it up so they fall in, and then I'm just hold an action to throw lightning at them when they fall in.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure how much of a like. I'm thinking like maybe like a 15, 20 foot deep, sort of cavern underneath it.
How
If
big
he's able to
is
do that.
Gargantuan again?
You'll need 20 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that
At 20 feet, its head can bob out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Right,
think
yeah.
they're about 20 feet, but
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, it's a turtle.
But,
Turtles can't stand up on their hind legs.
On what weapon do we want to put the poison on? I can put it on the dagger because it has the advantage on coming back if I miss and I don't get to get closer to him. Or we can put it on a righty's sword. Drawbacks, you have to get closer. Advantage, he has three tries in a single round to have it through.
well, now that I think about it, I'd probably have my echo right next to me here.
Okay.
The real one. So what we could do is, as soon as it goes off, I run and stab it, switch places with my echo.
Oh, okay.
Do we
okay,
want to
sorry.
put the poison on the echo? I don't know if we can do that.
Quick question,
No.
Jaros. Do we have an idea of how big the explosion is going to be in terms of like radius? Because I don't want to get caught in it, but I want to stay near Aridy.
The explosion radius is going to be roughly 30-foot cube.
Ooh, wow, that's a good explosion though.
Yep.
That'll fuck shit up. Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, just got to stay behind this line area. All right.
Thank God
So-
for Indomitable.
Yeah, Aridy, can you put where your echo is going to be? Because that's where Rurik's going to be. Because once you switch and it's
Oh,
go
well,
time.
I can't have it away that more than 30 feet away from me by the end of my turn.
At
Okay.
any point during your turn, you can't have it more than 30 feet away from you.
Oh, is that part of the whatchamacallit? There?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should still be just fine if we're just shy of 30 feet right here.
Yeah, if this is 30 feet away,
Hell, we can
Right.
actually get like 5 feet closer if we want.
so what I could do, because I'm assuming it's just going to come up to here, it falls in. So I
And
could
then-
just wait till it falls in, and then I'm safe from the explosion. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm gonna do. This is assuming we do put the poison on my sword instead of one of the ballista bolts or anything like that.
I don't want to put it on ballista bolts because once it's
Thank-
shot, if it misses, it misses. I want to have something reliable where we will have the opportunity to apply it at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you have a lot of attacks. You as long as you don't do the Great Weapon Master while you still have the poison, you can have more chances to apply it, or easier
Yeah,
to
that's
apply
true.
it. All right.
Already.
So take it. Put it on your sword.
Alrighty. I will warn you, you have to apply it within 1 hour of using it, okay? The moment you put it on your blade, you have exactly 1 dose. The moment you hit, that dose is gone. And within 1 hour, if you don't use it, it's gone. Okay?
Okay.
I imagine we can see a dragon turtle approaching the beach, right?
At least Kyle can. You, maybe.
You said there was a storm coming in right behind it, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we start seeing the storm, and we can just apply it.
Yes. Look at
Clever.
y'all being smart now. All right. So, you all get yourselves out onto the beach, and you have your 4 soldiers, 2 on each ballista, just like kind of looking and kind of like checking and watching. How do you all plan to tell the dragon turtle you're here?
Motherfucker.
We're gonna have a reading
Oh, no,
stand
there's-
in the water.
I'm sending a
shouting.
message. I'm using sending.
Yeah, Righty just goes up and, hey, turtle, we're here with the treasure.
Actually, that's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Okay.
it is a creepy stalker, so it should know everything Righty does in
Yeah.
regards
Yeah.
to.
Dragon Turtle! We have your payment.
You shout that over the horizon.
Oh shit!
You see a large storm begins immediately rolling towards you all from further west. By all of your estimate, it's probably a good 5 miles away as it's moving in, and it's pretty fucking fast. Good thing y'all didn't want to fight it in the water. Dragon turtles are fucking fast. Well, mine are.
Not gonna lie, too. Like the whole idea of this cinematically, that like the storm is approaching, is a cool like sort of thing. You know, to calm before the storm.
Already. Ayn, if your held action is a spell, keep in mind it is released. However, you all may, if this goes in your favor, get a surprise round regardless.
All right, so I'll wait and see how it goes then.
Mhm. Yeah. The creature slowly moves over. And as it approaches, you all feel heavy rain begin to fall down upon you. Not enough to obscure your vision, but enough that the storm is a bit persistent. And you watch as the creature slowly rises out of the water, growing taller and taller. Kyle, you hear from back near the ballistas, fuck me.
Hey, he volunteered for this shit.
Yeah, but you're allowed to regret.
That's fair.
Regret is a free action in my fucking game.
Very true.
And as the
Yeah.
creature rises higher and higher out, you all have my bounty.
Yes, we do. If you
Begin sniffing the air.
please don't notice
Smells spicy.
it.
I will cast a Phantasmal Force from now.
I was gonna say too, like that's because it's from Zarzath. They like spicy food.
Yep.
Yeah, I was.
You cast Phantasmal Force on it, Kyle? With a 29 stealth?
Is it where it stands at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I cast Phantasmal Force, and so with your rule, it's still a 24 stealth with a -5. So I might still be in the.
Wait, doesn't it roll at disadvantage because you're stealthing?
No, he's talking
Yeah,
about his stealth.
it rolls disadvantage, and
Oh.
because of the rule you said, my stealth is now 24.
Yep.
So and I make it smell like gold. I make it look like gold. I make it everything like gold, and it wants to take this gold.
I suppose you would all like the hostages back.
I'm gonna lean in towards Rurik. I'm sorry, did he just say hostages?
Ravi didn't mention hostages.
Ravi didn't know.
Follow my
God,
lead.
what the fuck, Ravi? Come on.
Rurik, follow my lead. Yes, we would love the hostages back.
Then what do you offer for that? And it begins stepping onto the shoreline a bit more. Just barely, like, beginning to crest up on the actual rock area.
God, I was really hoping it would step on so I could say, your life!
Do I have? I would imagine too, since in a couple of days that Rourke would also prepare like with his basic draconic and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Could he say something like, "That negotiation we'd like to have after you've taken your payment for this one as a business deal"?
Okay, roll me a persuasion, Rorik.
Advantage because he smells of whatever gold. Also, he thinks he has the upper hand.
I'm gonna say straight roll.
Fuck. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
It didn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But our divinity.
I can, but I want to save that for when Aridi is about to get murdered.
Right. Did you say a crit? I say no.
No, I'm not, well, it's not that I say no. It's just like I say on you as well. Something.
I knew you all were smart enough to submit to me. It steps forward a little more. I demand that you all begin erecting marvelous statues in
okay.
my... Everything begins falling and crashing on top of the dragon turtle. Go ahead and roll me initiative, y'all.
And the tower erects in the background just like me.
Okay, as kind of a cool thing too. Once that happens, oh man, that's a shitty initiative, but also I'm a paladin. Anyways, can Rurik kind of respond after he falls in? The hostages or your life, kind of thing.
Sure. That's
It
free
sounds like
action.
Sounds like it'd be cool to say.
So, surprise round?
Yeah. You guys successfully executed a plan for the first time. Wait, it's going first? Wow.
I mean,
that
it
is...
said surprise round.
Yeah, I know, but like the odds of it going before all of you. Actually, Ian, what's your dex modifier?
2.
Oh, you go before it. Hey. Okay, Ian, you steps forward and you watch as the barrel begins falling down in this flooded tunnel, this ravine completely crafted by elemental back. And you just watch as it all begins crashing inwards around the creature. What are you doing?
So a 5 feet radius, can I hit a barrel and it as well, I assume?
Absolutely. The barrels are like floating down right on top of it.
Yeah, where's the button? Come on, button. Boo. But I channel divinity, so it's like what? 3, 4, 5 plus Tommy Weather gives extra D10, so that's 60 damage.
60 damage as well as things next in the 5-foot radius of it or something.
So 60 damage?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Channel
Yeah,
divinity.
30, 40, 50.
Call lightning. If the weather is stormy, gives extra 1d10.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't realize that portion. Okay, so 60.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. 40, 20.
Hey, when we alpha strike hard.
Okay.
Yep.
That's 60 points of damage on it. Also, Ein. Oh, wait, dex save. Let me give it its dex save.
Yeah, dex save first.
12, it failed. So it takes the full amount. And now
Yay.
dex save from the barrels. You have enough to support 2 kegs worth of gunpowder, which is going to be 7d8 each keg. So roll me 14d... Oh, no, not d8s. Roll me 14d6.
Nice.
And it failed that one as well.
58.
Fire damage. However, it is
Yep.
resistant to fire. So 58 goes down to 19.
Shouldn't it be like
58
half
to
force,
ni- oh.
half fire?
No, the force is what goes further outwards. What I'm reading
29.
here.
Wait, I thought you
29
said
half.
that. I thought you said it failed its that save.
It did. It's resistant. That's why it's half.
No,
So
but
29 then. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't be 19 for 58. That's not half. It's 29.
29.
Yeah,
Thank you.
screwed that
Yeah. That's where I was fucking up. I was very confused. All right. Fuck this. I'm just gonna have this auto open up.
Calculator.
Yup. Alrighty, that was your first round, Ein. As you look up towards the sky and this massive bolt pulls upwards, and you see in that sky, for the brief moment, a beard of a man staring downwards as the ocean just like smiles upwards with a very crest of its lips in a very feminine wave.
I'll move like 10 feet here, and then before I end my turn, I'll just speak to it in Draconic. The deities sends their greetings.
Creve.
Yep. I'm going to. Let me just double check. So. Yeah. Bonus action to cast haste. No, not. What am I saying? Not haste. Hex. I mean.
Hex. What ability
And-
checks?
Strength.
Okay.
And,
Y'all are working together.
And then pew pew.
Go ahead, shooting after that creature. I am going to give it half cover because it fell into the collapsed area,
All right.
which raises its DC by 2. Well, its AC by 2. So go ahead. 15 misses, 10 misses. As you shoot over towards the creature, you're trying to like get over that little arch, and like you try getting fancy with it and shooting upwards, so it like woo, but it doesn't do it. It's just pew, goes off like a phase gun.
Yep.
All done?
Yep.
Mikit.
Well, I guess I'll take it. She steps back.
I go up a bit forward and I start the whirlpool.
Alrighty. And what is the whirlpool? A 20-foot radius?
50, I believe so.
Alrighty. You start the whirlpool directly on top of the creature. Can you just roll that aspect of the spell in chat again? I think one of you already did, and I'm trying to scroll through and find it, but it's getting kind of difficult. Oh, there it is. Whirlpool, when the effect's 25 foot deep, 50 foot square. Never mind. That's bigger. That's 10, 15. All up in there. A whirlpool forms up inside of that location, and the creature begins getting pulled towards the center of the vortex itself. Where are you centering it? Here, I'll just give you access to this to move it. There you go. You can control the blue bit. Put it where you want.
Yeah, I figure you're much right there.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I can get rid of the gunpowder that's used. Alrighty, so it's getting pulled towards the center forcibly, which is right in there. All done?
Yep, so I roll a 2d8 now?
The first time each turn that the object enters the vortex, the object takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage. Yes, please. All right. Oof, you guys are really going at it. Ballista.
You forget me.
I am so fucking sorry. Jesus, I
Oh.
always do that.
I mean, he is a rogue, so he was so stealthy that even the DM forgot about him.
Is it?
All right, go ahead.
Is it considered restrained?
It's surprised, but it is not restrained. Yeah, the vortex does not restrain the creatures, just forced movement into it.
Okay, and do we consider the whole area as slightly in dim light, or because of the tempest?
Because of the rain, yes, it is dim light.
Okay, so I will cast Shadow Blade
All right.
as my bonus action. Sneak a bit closer to it, so I'm sneaky.
Yeah.
And
Keep in mind, if anybody goes into the pink, you're going into the whirlpool.
yeah. That's why I'm not going to. I'm just getting in the right standpoint, so I can throw something at it without having to bother with the half cover, because I have the right vantage point to not have the cover in between. You see what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
I'm standing
Go
on the
ahead.
edge, so I don't.
All right, you're standing there. Are you attacking or no?
I am attacking.
Go for it.
I've rolled it. 24.
24 still hits it.
And I have the sneak attack with it.
Yeah, you do. So
Bullshit sneak
14.
attack.
Your dagger goes flying over towards the creature, and it went somewhere into its body, but you can't see it anymore.
All psychic damage. And then I
Yup.
walk back.
24 on
Alright.
14.
Yeah, 24.
Alrighty. Ballistas are gonna go. Ah! Miss. Miss. Pew! They go flying over the dragon turtle as both now they're starting to reload again. Arite.
All right, whirlpool makes this a little more difficult, but we're going to run up over to here. That's a straight 30 feet,
Yes, it is.
and I am going to action surge and dash, or I guess dash, then I'll action surge. Either way, 2 actions. And I'm going to attempt to running jump towards the dragon turtle.
Hang on to his shell.
All right. You yeet yourself over on top of the turtle.
And I'm gonna attack it.
Alrighty, go for it.
Flat, no. Right, weapon master.
12 misses, 22 hits.
Nice. And then the poison effect.
Okay, let me just look at what I sent to Bastion. Con save or be poisoned. While poisoned in this manner, its intelligence score decreases. All right, poison. What's
It succeeded.
fucking jackass rolled a 3.
Yes, I love it.
Roll 3d6.
Yes.
Oh god, what if it puts it down to 0 on the intelligence? That'd be great.
Orite, how do you
That's
want to do
bad.
this?
Oh my god, we did it!
I told you I homebrew all my creatures. It's stupid as fuck because it's way wiser.
I'm going to yell out, "The hostages cost you your life," and just crawl up to the front and just dig my sword straight into its neck.
Holy
As
shit.
you stab into the creature's neck, holding onto the jaw, screaming at it, you watch as the creature begins flailing around and its eyes begin rolling into the back of its head as you see it is swallowing its own tongue, suffocating and slowly dying. And this is where we're going to end the session, y'all. Players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Kill a dragon turtle because it's too stupid not to swallow its own tongue. And we'll see you around next time. Goodbye.